That seems better. This morning we're going to be conducting a ceremony, a head student entering ceremony. And we'll begin that here in just a minute, but I wanted to start informally and offer a little background and explanation of what you're about to participate in. So as you may have seen, we're starting Appamada's fall practice period this weekend. The practice period comes out of traditional Buddhist monastic practices out of Asia, where during the rainy season, whereas normally a monastery was opened to the public, to anyone who wanted to come and practice, they also conducted ceremonies, weddings, funerals, and other things for their community. During the practice period, which was typically the monsoon season, it was a time that the monks took for themselves for dedicated, deeper practice. They closed the doors to the monastery and set an intention to practice more deeply and vigorously for the 100-day period. It was a time where they could come together as a community without the distractions of the outside world and practice deeply. So it was a closed event, one that allowed them to focus, but at the same time to strengthen their own community by spending more time between teacher and student and more time practicing together as a Sangha. During that time, a senior student was often selected to be the head student, to share the teacher's seat in the tradition. It was about sharing the teacher's seat, sharing the role, helping to support the Sangha. So it was both a training role for the individual to help them enact their bodhisattva vow in the world by encouraging and supporting other practitioners. So it was a training role for that person, but more so, it was a support system for the Sangha and for the community, for those practicing deeply. They had another resource, someone who maybe wasn't seemed to be elevated as sometimes we can imagine our teachers to be, but it was more of a peer, more approachable, and maybe would provide a different space and way that Sangha members could find a buddy, a spiritual friend, to help them find encouragement and support through the practice period. So this is what we're enacting here today. In Appamada, in our lay Sangha here in the West, we have a different way of bringing this into being in the world. We don't have a monastery gate whose gate we can close. We don't have a rainy season, although I think I would like that. Lake Travis could use that 100-day Ango rainy season, monsoon season. So we do the best we can. And today, as we figure out how to enact this ceremony over Zoom as best we can, I want to take a moment to feel grateful for our community that we have, for the relationships that we have, for the many different practice buddies and spiritual friends that are out there, that this is just one example of that that's always available. So today, as we install our head student for this 100-day practice period, I also want to remind people that this is not a special role. This does not elevate someone. This is not making someone stand out as apart from you or apart from the Sangha or any other practitioner. It's the opposite. It's someone who is inhabiting the role of just being with everyone, trying to support everyone. And we often give that person a lower level task to remind them they haven't been elevated. In our tradition, it was normally the responsibility of the head student to clean all the toilets in the monastery every morning before the monks got there, as a little reminder that you're not so special. You're doing this to help enable practice, whether that's cleaning the toilets to get ready for practice or being a friend to someone, it's the same. Our head student is selected by our councils, our groups of experienced Sangha members who have shown that Bodhisattva turn, who are spending some time and effort to try and support the Sangha. They're the ones who select the head student. They're the ones who identify who's ready, who's embodying our Bodhisattva ideal, who could benefit from this deep, concentrated practice, and who would benefit the Sangha to see them in this role, to see how they do it with their own personality. So I think that's an important point to remember. This is not a person that I picked or Lori picked or Peg or Finn picked. This was a selection by our all council meeting. So we're going to have a brief ceremony. I probably talked longer than it will take. And I thank you so much for being here, for creating it. This ceremony with no friends witnessing would not have this meaning. So you create it by being here. Thank you very much. And when we wrap up, since we don't have the normal physical geographical relationship where we can just congratulate Rosemarie and stand around and chit chat with her for a minute, we're going to, when we conclude the ceremony, leave the Zoom open, allow Rosemarie to say a few words, and allow all of you to chit chat with her for a little while and give her some support and encouragement. Thank you very much for being here. We're going to ring the bell now once we leave and begin our ceremony. This is the start of the spring 2024 practice period. Through deep consideration of our teachers and this Sangha, we offer you, Rosemarie, Gardella, Gates, the responsibility of head student for this practice period.
You are our choice to be head student. Please lead us and accept this responsibility. We will give you our full support.
This responsibility is too great for me. I have received Buddha's precepts. I'm deeply grateful for your teaching, but I'm not yet ready to be head student.
Rosemarie, wait. Rosemarie, you've been practicing the Sangha a long time. You've been diligently sitting every day, following and learning the roles at Appamada, participating in intensives, doing such a great job of supporting the Sangha in the role of monitor. And I know this is an aspiration for you to deepen your practice and help bring it into the world. So again, I invite you to stay and accept this role as the head student for the practice period.
These are beautiful days. May your good health continue. Please let me help you take care of our practice.
Thank you. Sangha, please help us. This student, Rosemarie Gardella Gates, shares our seats and our responsibilities. Give her your wholehearted support. And we're going to bow to each other, Rosemarie. Next, we're going to have a ritualistic procession called the Jundo, where the senior student who's been leading and supporting the head student to accept this role is going to lead our head students on a ceremonial procession throughout and in front of the Sangha, walking in a bent over fashion with their hands in gasho, showing respect and humbleness for all the Sangha as she begins to navigate the next 100 days of this practice period. We almost enact it in our ceremony, navigating the Sangha with humbleness. Typically, this would be done by the senior students walking in front of the head student, leading them around the Sangha as everyone bows as they pass. In our way, we're going to do our best we can. So we're going to enact this between the Sangha, Anne as the senior student, and Rosemarie as the head student. but thousands of miles apart and using different cameras. So I invite everyone in the stendo to stand up for this part of the processional. So if you would go ahead and stand up, and stand up if you're at home or on Zoom on your cameras. And Anne is going to ceremonially lead Rosemarie through our Zendo here in Austin, with us bowing to Anne and Rosemarie as they pass. And then once it's complete here in the room and Rosemary is enacting this in her room, we'll do another lap, and I invite everyone on camera to, at their turn, when it seems like they're being passed in their room, to please bow as well. So you'll have your hands in gaucho, and when the procession passes you, you simply bow as they go by, and then raise up as they pass. So, Anne and Rosemary. As once around our physical Zendo, and now once more for around the virtual Zendo, with all of our online participants, please bow as you feel moved. Go ahead. The head student for the spring 2024 Appamata practice period is head student Rosemarie Gardella Gates. Now we wait as Anne and Rosemarie process out. Thank you everybody for your dedication and coming and being a witness and support to the ceremony. I'm now going to invite Rosemarie and Anne back into the Zendo. And I want to thank everyone for allowing us to do the best we can to enact this ceremony in this world at this time in these conditions. Rosemarie, was there anything you would like to say to encourage anyone?
Yes. First of all, I wanted to express my gratitude, first to the Buddha for his beautiful teachings and all the ancestors and their sacrifices and generosity in bringing these beautiful teachings all the way to us. To my root teacher, Lynn Sparks, Peg, who when she left, moved, did not leave, but moved, left an opening for me to help And that was the beginning of my engagement with the Sangha beyond the formal sitting. And to all my spiritual friends, the three teachers there, you, Todd, Lori, and Joel, and to all of my spiritual friends here, all of you who have helped me learn and grow. And yes, I wrote a little something for my wish for this period for us together. So right now, in this moment, may the barriers to love begin to soften. And in that field, this is from Rumi, although Genevieve, you can correct me, but who said, out beyond the ideas of rightness and wrongness, there's a field. I'll meet you there. So right now, in this moment, may the barriers to love begin to soften. And in that field, beyond all distinctions of me and you, let us meet and enjoy the oneness and movement of life. In other words, let's have tea. Thank you.
What a great invitation for tea. You'll see a formal invitation from Rosemarie soon, but that's one of the nice traditions we have in the practice period is the ability to have a one-on-one informal tea with the head student and just make a connection and chat about practice. So I hope you'll all take her up on that. It will be as supportive to her as it will be to you. So that concludes our ceremony. Now I'm officially saying we're informal, we're on the back porch. If anyone would like to wish Rosemarie well or congratulate her or ask for a head tea time, you can feel free to speak up now. We're going to rearrange and just enjoy a little time together. I see, Joel has his hand up. Joel, why don't you go first and kick us off?
Thank you, Todd. Thank you for this very beautiful ceremony, which was, of course, very moving, rooted in a long tradition, and yet open to changes for unimaginable changes required by distance, and yet made possible by new technology. It brings tears to my eyes to see Rosemarie in the seat, and because it is a fulfillment of dedication, aspiration, and love that she brings to everything. And I'm so happy that I'm here today to share this with you, Rosemarie. I believe that I'm among the first people who met with you when you first came to see what was going on at Appamada. And that I think of that often, and it's a thrill for me. Thank you.
You were, Joel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bridget, did you like to say something? Oh.
Okay, now I'm unmuted. Well, Rosemarie, I want to give you a bow of deep appreciation for your willingness to be our head student. And I'm just grateful that you're my wonder and wander buddy and spiritual friend. Most of you don't know it, but when Josh gave a Dharma or an inquiry session one day, he talked about taking his mind on a walk and wandering and wandering. So my spiritual friendship with Rosemarie has blossomed over these years, and I'm just grateful that you're going to be us. And I'll text you or email you to get a time for tea. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. Love you too.
And Ellen.
Rosemarie, it's such a pleasure to see you in this role, and it's been such a pleasure practicing with you. You and I have known each other for a little while now and practiced a lot together. I so appreciate everything you offer to our Sangha. The words you just spoke were quite moving and show a depth of practice that I really appreciate. And you have so much to offer to the Sangha. Thank you so much for being in this role.
Thank you, Ellen. Hi.
Hi, dear practice sister. What a joy to see you in this role after 21 months of sewing, but who's counting? And receiving receiving Jukai together this summer on Molokai. I I don't know how to express, we've been through a lot together and our understanding of each other has increased a great deal. And your devotion is an inspiration, and I'm so happy and grateful for your stepping up to accept these responsibilities.
Thank you. I'll see you for tea.
Becky.
Oh, Rosemary. So very, very happy for all of us that you are going to be in this role for a period of time that will touch many people, I think. You and I met in, like, you were in my very first breakout room, for instance, and it's just been such an amazing and joyful thing to move through our practice together and differently. And that's part of what I just really appreciate about our pretty deep friendship. Love you so much.
Oh, my love, this has been so joyful and so moving. And I feel like there's never been a time without you. And every moment with you, you have always been open, loving, honest, real, and generous. And I couldn't be happier for all of us that that you're with us and that you're honoring us with your service. And my childhood self is just loving the friendship with your childhood self. It's really healing. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you.
Love you too. Thank you.
Howdy, Rosemarie. We share so much. When I saw you walking and you were so formal, I thought about our little good little Catholic girl here with. Couldn't help. I'm sorry. To
The altar person.
whatever. Not in our time, but yeah. I just wanted to say that you are such a brave person, and you are fearless in your vulnerability and ability to express it, show it. It's so powerful, and it's such a teaching for me, and I feel like I have so much to learn from you. So I'm so happy to have tea with you, and hope these next months are important for you. I know they're important, but I hope they turn out okay. I know they will. Anyway.
Thank you, Lynn. Hello.
I unmuted. Hey, how are you? You got me out of bed today, so
Thank you. Ed's in Hawaii, for those who don't know that. So yes, he means early, early.
early. But I would not have done it any other way. And I am congratulations, number one, for you and to you. Very well earned. And I'm incredibly pleased, as most people have said, not only for you, but for me, for all of us to have you in this role. I think this will be great. Greatly appreciate your sense of commitment, your earnestness. What I've seen is your sincerity and passion for doing this. And this is a great blessing to have you in that role, to even have the role for you to inhabit. And I'm sure this is going to be something where all of us will benefit and grow. And I look forward to being able to have a little bit of tea so we can deepen our spiritual and Jersey roots as we continue to move on. So thank you and blessings to you.
Thank you so much, Ed.
Hi, Rosemarie.
Hi.
I wanted to say thank you for your spiritual friendship over these past 4 years. As you know, I hope I thank you a lot for that. And there's so much I appreciate about you. So if I were to pick one right now, it would be the joy you bring to the practice, which has been important for me. And I always like the times that our discussions kind of devolve into silliness and we just start laughing. It brings this joy. And, this practice can be so heavy sometimes, or this life. And so just to break through that, and I'm appreciative for that. And what else? I think that's it. Thank you. And I'll see you at tea.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Can we, yeah, of course, people in the room here are allowed to speak also.
Yeah. Rosemarie, I love you so much. One thing that I really, really love about you is when you have ideas and I tell you they won't work and then you do them and they work. That's exactly what we need here. You can try things and make them work and teach us all. But doubt sometimes is not the best thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
We have a hand up online, I guess.
I don't know how to raise my hand.
Oh, okay. Well, you can just speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So 78 years we've been together.
This is my brother.
How wonderful. And I don't think I know I haven't had anybody on my spiritual journey as long as a companion on my spiritual journey as long as I've had you. And it's been so beneficial to me for us to grow together in this way. And I've had my experiences in Zen and many other types of practices during my life. And your participation here has been a whole renewal for me as a fly on the wall to your experience with this wonderful Sangha. And I think it was Elizabeth that said, if I had to pick one thing, and I want to piggyback on her and say, for me, there's so many things about you, but commitment And I thought about it since Elizabeth spoke, because I guess I never focused on it in that way before, but that would be what I would pick. Because whatever you've done since I've known you, you have been so committed to whatever process it is. And you've done the same thing here. And how wonderful for you to be in this role, which deepens your commitment, as the teacher was describing. So I love you, and it's great to be here, and we'll be talking about this often in the future.
I love you too, Robert. Thank you for being here.
All right, thank you, everyone.
And Lisa.
Oh, I didn't see other hands up. Okay, well, start in the room here, and then we'll go to Lisa.
Okay. I'm speaking. Okay. Hi, Rosemarie.
Is Ramona? Ramona?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. I don't know you very well, but because I'm new, but I heard your story, the time when you gave your story some months ago. And we were on a small chat room together one week. And I really want to get to know you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And me too.
Great. We'll do it.
Lisa,
Oh,
you're
here.
on.
Yes, looks like I'm unmuted. Rosemarie, oh my goodness, thank you. We've been in so many groups together. And, you know, I appreciate there's such a unanimous feedback and appreciation for you and what you bring to practice. And I'd like to add that I think you have an amazing presence. And I feel your warmth and love. And you have a special dynamism and your unique energy that, like Kim said, it's kind of stirring the pot in a good way. And I love your open-hearted commitment and your expressions of love. Yeah, that's really wonderful. So I'm so happy for you and for us.
Thank you, Lisa. It's lovely to see you.
Hi, Rosemarie. It's so wonderful that you're now head student. These are beautiful days, yeah. I remember our pancake breakfast. I remember all the times you've come to Austin, that it really does speak to what I see as your willingness, your wholeheartedness, your willingness to just dive in and do everything. But also I've really loved watching that evolve from a beginner's enthusiasm and wanting to do everything to actually having this practice become your life and working it into the life that is Rosemarie's. Having it be an integral part of every day. So I really am happy to think about hearing all the presence you will bring to the Sangha in your Dharma talks and your teas. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Anne.
Rosemarie, it's Leslie. I wanted to come this morning because I was so happy to see that you were chosen to be the next head student. And I've just appreciated all of your participation I'm fairly new here too. And so I haven't gotten a chance to get to know you very well. And I'm looking at this as an opportunity to do just that. And I'm looking forward to having tea with you at least once. Get to more than one?
Sure, yeah, sure. Me too. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Leslie. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. And I especially want to thank you for sticking around and having a little dialogue with Rosemarie. I think it's really, well, it was wonderful to see the amazing connections that have formed and are forming throughout the Sangha, irregardless of distance or proximity, or ever you meeting people in person. You could just see how much connection there was between people, which was nice. And I thought it would be a good thing to do, just to be mindful of Rosemarie's situation, that as we finish this ceremony, normally we would, we close Zoom, the screen cuts out, and there you are just by yourself in your room in New Jersey. Like, what just happened? Did that really just happen? Now what? So it's so good that we were able to add a little extra time and just congratulate you and encourage you before we shut this camera off and you feel like we're gone, because we're not gone.
We wanted to do a gallery view picture.
Okay,
So if
does
you
someone know how to do that?
Geneva is our screen saver.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you there, Geneva?
I am. The top of my screen gets cut off, but if you and Todd could come forward and whoever is in the far corner, is that Anne?
Yeah.
Here, stand here. You're gonna block the people.
I can only see half of Anne, so maybe if Anne could sit or come forward.
There you go.
Sorry, it's really cut off. So Todd, if you could bend down, and all of you, all of you bend down. A little more in the back there, please. The ones who are standing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more foot down, and then we'll have it. Not you, Kim and Todd. You're fine. It's Anne and Leslie.
Oh, I can't, my knee can't do that. No. Here we go.
Perfect. Okay, now ready? Ta-da!
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
It's not too late to sign up for the practice period. It's just starting now. So if you want to participate and form these connections you're seeing happening, please sign up.
And have a practice buddy, which
Yeah.
is so cool, at the bottom of the form, and go to upcoming events and scroll down a little, and then you can sign up for the practice period.
Ed, you can go back to bed.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.